Introducing the Crusher!
Hey there, YouTube. This is the wood that I have left from when I built my other pipe rack. I built it out of a pallet, and I made a pretty big one. I have 4, 5, 6 pieces of wood there that it looks like it's enough to build a small pipe rack. So I will get started with that, and I'll come back with the next part of this video. Okay, here's the pipe rack that I built, I think it was last summer. Again, this is out of a pallet wood, which I got for free. And it's a pretty big rack. You can see it holds a lot of pipes, and there's some space above the shelves for some tins and other tobacco related stuff. Again, this is a big rack. The wood that I have left over, I think I can build a miniature version of this one. It probably won't hold as many pipes as this, but it should still hold, I would say, at least 12 to 15, I think. So I'm going to try to build it with that wood that I just showed in the previous part of the video, and hopefully it comes out something similar to this. And I'll get back to you again. Okay, YouTube, I'm back again. Key to any good build is having blueprints or a plan. I have my back of the envelope blueprints here that I made. I'll show you real quick. This is the rack that I have now. The measurements, it's approximately 23 by 24. I got a shelf in the middle, and then I got the 2 little pipe holders in between at about 4.5 inches up. And again, it's a big rack, takes up a lot of wall space, but to me it looks cool. I don't have enough wood to make another one like this, but I'm gonna go with, half size, so it's gonna be approximately 12 by 18, which should still give me the shelf in the middle and also the pipe holders in between. And I figured with this plan here, it'll hold 12 pipes. So I'll get to building on that, and I'll add on to the video. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. Going by the plan again, like I showed earlier. It's going to be a 18 by 12 cabinet with a shelf in the middle. And basically I just got the handsaw. That's one of the 12 pieces. I got the other one on the bench over there. And then I got the 18-inch pieces here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 together like this. And then I'm going to build the frame around it, like an 18 going this way, 18 going that way. So you need 4 18-inch pieces, and then the 12s I have 3, which is going to be, well, it's going to be 12 on the bottom, 12 on top. The one in the middle is going to be probably about 11 or 10 and a half. I'll know more when I'm going to assemble this now, just the outer box with the back, and then I'll have an accurate measurement for the middle shelf. But I think it's going to be either 10 and a half or 11. So once I get that assembled, I'm just using regular drywall screws. They seem to work pretty well. I used them on my last one, and it's still standing. So I'll go with that, and I'll update again shortly. Okay, another quick update on the pipe rack. I have it here all assembled. That's what it looks like. Again, I used 4 pieces, 18 inches for this side and that side, and the 2 back pieces. And then I used 12 inches for the bottom and the top, and this middle piece ended up being 10 3/4 because it fits inside, whereas the bottom and the top kind of go all the way to the end. Hopefully you can see that. And then on the back, I put a couple of cleats here at the bottom to hold it in place, keep it from, stretching out the other way. Same thing on the top. And I use an old bass string right there to, if you want to hang it on the wall, you could use the bass string if you want. Or you could just drill straight through if you want to mount it that way as well. And the cool thing is the way I did it is on the front you don't see any hardware at all. All the hardware is in the back, on the sides I mean, and on the back. And again, I'm using drywall screws, and I know it sounds weird to use that, but they're about, you know, a good 2.5 inches long, so it really goes into the wood really well. Unfortunately, I had a couple of splits like right there, but you know, it'll still hold it anyway, so it's not a big deal. I guess what I should have probably did was pre-drill the holes first and then screw it in, but you know, overall I think I've only had like 2 or 3 splits out of all of them, so you know, it shouldn't be a big deal. It's pretty sturdy, and again, really easy to build. I'm just using basic hand tools, hand saw, and now I'm going to use a drill, and I'm going to put the middle shelf in, the part where the stems go onto. So I'm going to drill the holes for that, and then I'm going to mount those probably through the back as well, so you don't see any screws. So I'm going to mount those, and those are they're about 2 3/4 inch wide, or 2 5/8, and then I have it's 1 inch, and then a 1 inch hole, then a 1 inch space, 1 inch hole, 1 inch, 1 inch, all the way down. So I'll do that, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, as I mentioned, this is the piece of wood for the stems that are going to rest up against here. So I'm going to cut this line right in the middle, and then I'm going to cut this here. And these spaces, is, like I said, it's an inch, inch hole, inch hole, inch hole, all the way down. So this particular shelf is going to hold 5 pipes. So that's what it looks like, and then I'll put another picture up, or video up shortly of what it looks like after it's cut. Okay, and here are the pieces that I just cut. As I mentioned earlier, I drilled the holes 1 inch a piece, 1 inch space, I should say. I got 2 shelves. This long one here, that's going to go on the bottom. It's going to hold 5 pipes. Unfortunately, the only wood I had left, usable pieces, I made this one right here. It's going to go on the top. It's only going to hold 3 pipes. So instead of being a 10 pipe rack, it's going to be an 8 pipe rack with the side storage area, and I'll show you that upcoming later on. Now it's time to mount these in the actual rack, and I'll show you that when that's done. Okay, here's the little shelves built into the cabinet. As you can see, it's going to be 5 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and then you have this open area right here that you can put tins or church warden or whatever you want to do. Last step now is to make the little indentations in here for the pipes to sit on, and what I do is I put a pencil like so, and then I'll measure a 1/2 inch on either side. I'll do it for each one and down there. And then I'm going to get the Dremel with a sanding disc on it, and then just kind of make a little indentation, a little U shape in each one, and then I'll show you when that's done. Okay, and there it is with the little indentations or whatever you want to call that. That's where the pipes will sit in. Again, I just used my Dremel and just free-handed it. Just took my time, and again, I measured about 1 inch for each little divot there. And that's what it looks like, and that's pretty much done. I'm going to test fit it with some pipes and some maybe a couple of tins there, and we'll see what it looks like when it's done. Okay, and there's the pipe rack completed with pipes in it. There it is. Like I said, 3 on the top, and there's also a little room behind it. Hopefully you can see that. I put a little mini pipe back there, but you know, it's a little extra storage. You can also use the top shelf as well. I left that little side spot there, a couple of tins, and then along the bottom, again, you got 5 pipes, and there's some room behind the stems where you can put a couple of tins as well. So it's not as big and massive as my other one, but you know, it's pretty cool anyways. I think. So hopefully, you know, this helps you guys out or motivates you to make your own. Very easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And again, if you need measurements or any other questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them the best I can. And there you have it. That's pretty much it. I'll show you the sides where, again, that's where the screws are, just on the sides. And same thing on this side. That's where the screws are. So you don't see any fasteners or anything on the front at all. So again, hope you guys like it and motivates you to make your own. And if you go ahead and do it, I'd love to watch it and see you guys do one yourselves. Again, thanks for watching. For my subs, thank you. For the presenters, thank you as well. And until next time, have a good one.